What's up guys, it's Super here and welcome to another Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite video, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about why Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite pretty much took a step forward from 3 character picks in a fighting game to 2 character picks, sort of going back to the old Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and previous versus games. Why did they step back and go from 3 characters to 2 characters? Well, we got some information from the co-producer of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Combo Fiend himself. And I'm very happy with, the people who are heavily involved in MVCI, because of course Combo Fiend came from the FGC. He was one of the most popular Marvel players around. Of course, I first heard of him because he had the sickest Spencer and the sickest Spencer comebacks, like way back when Marvel's Ultimate Marvel 3 was in its prime. So I'm very happy. I do believe that this game is in very good hands, and the more I hear about it, the more excited I get. So Combo Fiend came on to do a interview for this website called Segment Next, and they asked him about why Marvel vs. Capcom went backwards from 3 characters to 2 characters. So I'm here to pretty much explain to you guys, or tell you guys what he said, explaining the reason why we're going backwards to MVC1 and previous games before that. Instead of having 3 characters, we have 2 characters now. And I thought it was a big change. I wasn't too happy about it, to be honest, because I grew up playing Marvel 2, so I loved the 3 character system. But here we go. This is a direct quote from Combo Fiend himself. He said, the decision was made in order to make the game more accessible for beginners, which is definitely something that came to mind when we first saw that it was going to be 2 characters, because of course he goes on to explain further. He says players had to make roughly 6 decisions before they could fight. The people were looking for 2 characters, which corresponded to their preference, but the 3rd fighter was chosen solely because of function. Perhaps he had a particular strong anti-air move or something like that. The selection felt totally superfluous. So there you guys have it. Pretty much Combo Fiend said that to sort of cater to beginners and people who might have never played a Marvel vs. Capcom game, they could come in here in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, choose their 2 characters, choose their Infinity Stone, and just fight. It's a lot easier to choose 2 characters than to have to pick, for example, a point character and then your 2nd character and 1 character that is only there for assist. Maybe it's matchup specific. I came from a time, of course, where we only had a couple of teams that dominated Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I never really got into Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'm sure that the meta in that game is different from the meta in MVC 2. But of course, in MVC 2, we had Santhrax, we had MSP. Those were the primarily dominant teams back in the day. And of course, only 2 of those characters were viable. And then the 3rd one was used solely as an assist. So they kind of wanted to get rid of that. And he goes on to say, with this, we want to emphasize the feeling for a partnership and loyalty among fighters. So there you guys have it from the mouth, or I guess, words of Combo Fiend himself, explaining why Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is going backwards and taking away the 3 character pick for a 1v1 fight instead of the 2 versus 2 that we got now, previously in MVC1 and previous versus games before that. So that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will say this, I'm still not too sure about the 2v2 system. Like I mentioned, there's very, very credible and good people working on MVCI, and I have 100% faith that they're going to make this game amazing. And who knows, it might end up being that, it's better for us to have this 2v2 game instead of a 3v3, because I do understand beginners being very confused as to why what 3 characters can I pick. And then if they included the Infinity Stones along with that, that would have been even more decisions they had to make. And I don't know, catering to people who are, sort of beginners, we've all been there, right? But we ended up learning the game because we wanted to. I think even if they put in mechanics to where a beginner might just jump in here and learn the basics of the game very quickly, if he doesn't want to learn the game, he or she doesn't want to learn the game, they're not going to learn the game. But if they want to go more in depth and maybe not go competitive, but just learn more so they could win more matches and learn more about the mechanics, they're going to do so. So I hope they implement things for players who put the time into the game and have it, just many layers of advanced things. That's something that Street Fighter V kind of lacks at the moment, which a lot of people don't like. So in the versus games, things get crazy. So I really hope they maintain with that tradition of craziness, because we all love that about Marvel, baby. So that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. What's going on, guys? It's Super here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys subscribe or check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you, and I will see you guys next time.